Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. Today's video, we're going to talk about the smallpox vials that were found in a lab outside of Philadelphia. So, a lot of people are like, well, if it was in a laboratory, what's the big deal? The big deal is only 2 laboratories in the world are supposed to have smallpox samples, and that is Russia and here in the United States, also known as, or rather at the CDC, which is in Virginia. The only 2 places that are supposed to have these samples. And it ended up in a laboratory outside of Philadelphia. The laboratory belongs to a company called Merck, and Merck is a pharmaceutical company. Now, the problem is who authorized them to have that. First of all, there is no authorization to be given for this. It is such a volatile and easily spreadable disease that it has a high category that only those 2 labs in the world can deal with it. Now, anywhere else, it's a no-go. So how did this lab get it? Nobody knows right now. Obviously, the FBI and the CDC are investigating. Merck is going to have to answer a lot of questions. They're probably going to throw some people under the bus while they're in the process, but not the point. The point is, guys, is that all the dots are starting to connect. We're starting to see this smallpox thing unfold. Now, some of you remembered I talked about Bill Gates talking about a weaponized smallpox being released in society, and that how the governments of the world should war game the spread of smallpox. Then you have Tembeca, which is a smallpox treatment passed by the FDA back in June. Then you have another company that just got their smallpox treatment passed by the FDA about a day or 2 ago. It's called TPOXX. The United States government just ordered $113 million worth of that medication, or treatment, if you will. So now you have the smallpox virus ending up in a lab in Philadelphia, or outside of Philadelphia, sorry. The dots are starting to connect. Now, here's the bigger question. Were those vials empty? Were they full? Were they tampered with? Are they partially used? And if they're empty and partially used, where did it go? Right? So now, again, guys, unfortunately, being that they found these vials, and I'm pretty sure an employee inside Merck's laboratory obviously ratted them out, because it's not like the government was walking by. I'm like, oh, let's stop by this laboratory and check their million refrigerators in here. No, someone absolutely ratted them out, which probably in this case was a good thing. Nonetheless, we still need to pay attention to this whole smallpox scenario thing that's starting to unfold. Now, some of you are going to refer to Dark Winter, Operation Dark Winter. For those of you that don't know what Operation Dark Winter is, it's a wargaming of smallpox outbreak in America. You should look it up, Google it, you'll see it yourself, and you'll be like, holy shit. Now, some of you might remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about possible outbreak December 1st from what I was being told. Now, am I subscribing that to December 1st? No, I'm not going to sit here and be like, December 1st, it's on. That was just a date I was given. Like many dates were given throughout the entire apocalyptic events happening in the world. We're always given an exact date, and it never is. But being that all these things are starting to line up, December 1st looks like a more plausible date. Not saying it's going to happen. Now, here's the issue with the vials. There were 15 questionable vials. 5 of them were smallpox. 10 of them were something called vaccinia, right? So vaccinia is also a virus that's closely related to smallpox. It's also related to cowpox, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So 15 vials were in there. Now, people initially, when they reported, they said this. I read somewhere it was only 2 smallpox vials. A total of 15 questionable vials in this Merck refrigerator. Vaccinia is actually the source of the smallpox vaccine. So not sure if this lab took this so that they can make, I guess, vaccines ahead of time, because something's coming. Because I find it very interesting that they had vaccinia in their fridge along with smallpox. All right, guys, so again, all the dots are connecting, and these are dots we don't want connecting. But nonetheless, they're still connecting, and it's turning into something that I am praying doesn't come to fruition. Because if you hear of an outbreak, guys, of smallpox, in one person, you better believe a few hundred people have it. If you start seeing multiple cases pop up, we're pretty much toast. Because if we watched people behave like cowards over COVID, imagine how many people are really gonna fucking lose their shit over smallpox. You're definitely gonna see some fucked up shit when it comes to a smallpox outbreak. Because smallpox has a fatal rate of 30%. It also leaves you scarred and the possibility of blindness. So guys, this is a higher threat than what we were dealing with for the last year or 2 years now, right? So I can see people absolutely breaking down, and it can get very ugly between people. So with that, guys, keep your antennas up now. Before I said put it in the back of your head for all these things you're hearing. Now that there's an actual event going on with the smallpox being in a lab that it's not supposed to be in, now you have to have your antennas up and pay close attention to what's going on. All right, guys, so other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can also head over to the Angry Truth channel, like and subscribe to that. Head over to the Angry Lensman channel, like and subscribe to that. Like I said, the Angry Lensman channel will be up and running December 1st. All right, guys, thank you for watching.